And we're live. Good evening, Carol and John shoppers. I didn't even check my hair. I'm here with John, Andrea. Kyle's behind the camera. No one's sick. It's awesome for February. We've got a potent week of new comics. Happy Valentine's Day to those that applies to. Happy Anti-Valentine's Day to those that it doesn't. Not a lot to report. Thursday is late night comics. So we'll be open until midnight. We'll stay open all day, noon to midnight. I'll be here. Raph is gonna make an appearance. Andrew will be here all night. Kyle will be here all night. Kevin's coming in. John and John won't be here. We'll have a Sans John late night comics, which is pretty fun.
Sans John.
So they got stuff to do. They're not gonna be here, but we'll have 40 new. I've been told new untouched boxes of dollar books. DC times 5, according to the flyer. We're gonna have half off back issues except the wall, but that's okay because half off back issues. That's great. Yeah. But we got a big week of new comics, so we might as well get to those. But don't forget Thursday is new comic day. You want to do late me on track? You want to do first appearance? What? Late night. I know. I'm getting confused. I'm sorry. First appearance is for Marvel. Nightcrawler's #1 is the first appearance of the team of Nightkin, which are like Mr. Sinister's bastardized Nightcrawler X-Men. It's not broken.
He's just flying.
Marvel. He really wanted to fly. Marvel Voices Wakanda Forever is the first appearance of the last Black Panther.
Yes.
Got it. It's another cool side story there. Batman: The Adventures Continue is the first appearance of Cassidy Kendall. I get it?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. It took a while. It's an old Batman girlfriend. Old Bruce Wayne girlfriend. I guess Batman doesn't have lovers. And then Lazarus Planet Dark Fate is the first appearance of a character named Xanth. A first appearance of a character named Circuit Breaker. But most importantly, it's the first appearance of a character named Chainsaw Nun, which is awesome. The first panel she's in is amazing, and it's worth buying just for that. It's Chris Burnham artwork.
Yes.
Which is cool. Did I break it?
I don't know.
No, I didn't, because super glue exists. Looks like I just bought myself a Captain America statue. Or at least my elbow did. Let's start with some Image. One collected edition from Image this week, Astro City Metro Book, Trade Paperback Volume 3. So recollecting all the old Astro City in chronological order, in beautiful format. One reprint, Nemesis Reloaded, reprinted #1, and then issue 2 also came out this week, new. Image 30th Anniversary Anthology is on issue number, they hide it ever, 10. 10, thank you, Andrea. And then a new #1 from Image this week, The Last Barbarians. It is a fantasy series set in a pretty casual fantasy world, but if you are a fan of Rat Queens, like with that kind of modern language in a fantasy universe, it's for you. Strong female character there in the beginning too. We'll do the other #1. The other #1 from Image this week is Torrent. It's about a superhero by day, superpowered superhero by day, mom by night kind of character, and she is considering taking on a sidekick, and the sidekick gets captured and reveals all of her secrets to her worst enemies. And it's pretty hardcore. It's really hard. It's awful. Yeah, like he's very cocky, and it does not pan out. So that would be cover A that I showed you before, and then Kyle's showing you cover B right there. Nightclub by Frank Miller is on issue 3, still $1.99. Very cool.
It's Mark Millar, not Frank Miller.
Dude, I'm not with it tonight. I just finished The Last of Us Part 2, and my whole mind is just like fried from that last night. Thanks, man. Thank you. What's the furthest place from here is on issue 11. I haven't read it yet, but I'm stoked.
I just noticed how awesome that cover is.
I know of like all the places that they do. They're all so unique. And that'll be cover B there for you guys. Shirtless Bear Fighter, last issue. Shirtless Bear Fighter 2, last issue. #7 of 7. We've got a cover A here and cover B there. Gunslinger Spawn is on #17, which is kind of hard to believe, saying it out loud. Art Brute is on issue 3. And Walking Dead Deluxe is on issue 57. Most long-awaited from us as a staff this week, 8 Billion Genies is on #7 of 8. Another one I gotta read. We've got 2 covers. This one's cover A, and this one's cover B with your little Vitruvian genie.
For those of us who have read it, Get you a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay. I got to stay.
That's
I haven't touched my image yet this week. I Hate Fairyland is on number 4. We've got a good assortment of covers here. Cover A has some blanked out nudity. Cover B has some not blanked out nudity and a bad word at the top. This would be cover C. And then we've got the Peach Momoko cover with cover D. And that is it for Image. So we'll move on to some Marvel reprints. Reprinting Scarlet Witch number 1 this week, which was a quick favorite for all of us, I think. It was a great premise. Good Scarlet Witch book. Good fit into the universe without trying to make everything happen all at once. So they reprint number 1 there. Great to check out. Timeless from 2022's Timeless to the end of last year. Big Kang story. Kind of wrapping up Marvel's 2022 and introducing Marvel's 2023. And then Marvel Tales Avengers End Times is the very end of the last Brian Michael Bendis Avengers series. So it's issues, I think it's 31 through 34. So you got 5 issues there, which is cool. It's a lot of Avengers in that book. 2 epic collections from Marvel. You got Doctor Strange, Nightmare on Bleecker Street, which is a new one. And then this is a new printing of a Daredevil epic collection, The Man Without Fear. Bunch of collected editions from Marvel this week. Daredevil and Elektra is the volume 1. Is it the new numbering of Daredevil?
I think, yeah, that's
New
the
number, Daredevil, yes.
It's surprising that they went with
there's
and
1
Elektra
through
on the
5.
cover.
So collecting 1 through 5 for the current Daredevil series. That's actually really quick.
Yeah.
Captain America Sentinel of Liberty Volume 1. Really diving into the secret history of Captain America effectively. Genisval Captain Marvel is collecting the whole 5-issue miniseries. You've got Iron Man by Chris Cantwell. This is Volume 4, so it's the last of the Chris Cantwell ongoing. And then Edge of Spider-Verse collected 1 through 5, the most recent Edge of Spider-Verse What If Multiversal Spider People book. Then we've got Amazing Spider-Man by Zeb Wells and John Romita. That's on Volume 3. And Marvel Knights, the most recent Marvel Knights stuff, which is there was a bunch of one-shots. It's a lot of Donny Cates stuff.
Yeah, it came out like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I think it might be a reprint. There's a lot of creators in there. It's not all Donny Cates, but Donny Cates did like at least 2 or 3 of them. Yeah. Star Wars this week in single issues. Get you Star Wars number 31. We've got that cover, and then the 1 in 25 variant, and you've got number 31 for Star Wars Bounty Hunters, also, which is like the 3rd cameo appearance of a character from Star Wars Battlefront. In case you guys are following Star Wars first appearances.
Iden Versio. That's her name.
Oh, thank you. Invincible Iron Man is on issue number 3 with probably the creepiest cover this week. Second creepiest cover this week. And then you've got a 1 in 25 variant for that one. Extreme X-Men is on issue number 3. That'll be cover A. This will be your homage cover by Dan Jurgens. You remember this one?
Yeah,
What's this one?
it's extreme.
That's the Extreme variant of Extreme X-Men?
I think so. Isn't it? Oh no, it's not. I'm
I'm
sorry.
just calling it the Ogun variant.
Okay.
Oh,
Ogun
okay.
variant. You guys want that one? Just say Ogun. Captain Marvel's on issue number 46, loosely crossing over with X-Men, but it's a Revenge of the Brood storyline still. Then you got X-Men number 19. Look at that. More Brood.
That's connecting. I didn't even
I
realize.
just
Holy heck.
I just noticed that. Right before you said
I did not do that on purpose. I did not. I would take credit if I did. I mean, yeah, it's just so natural to me.
Yeah.
We've got an homage variant by Terry Dodson and the Slimy 1 in 25 variant. Then stack on the table, we got Mary Jane and Black Cat number 3.
Mary Jane Black Cat number 3. Not part of the Dark Web storyline, but if you have been reading it, I don't know why it's not part of the Dark Web storyline, because Mary Jane and Black Cat are still in limbo. They've teamed up with Sim, and they are off doing bad stuff for Belasco. J. Scott Campbell variant. If you were on for the Dark Web, like just only storyline, you're not getting this. If you want it and want to see what's still going on, let us know in the comments.
So it really does tie in with that, and they just didn't put the header on it.
Yes,
Lame.
they're just hanging out in limbo. They're doing a thing. Yeah. So
Might as well segue.
yeah, and then Spider-Man Lost Hunt number 4, the penultimate issue, more origin of the Kraven the Hunter. But my cover of the week is this by Wolf. It's the variant cover for it. It is amazing. It is a lot of big giant cats tearing up Spider-Man's costume. It's just gorgeous. It's very busy, but it's gorgeous. And that was my pick of the cover of the week. Kyle had a cover of the week, which I don't think hit the table.
It didn't. It didn't.
So yeah, so that becomes cover of the week.
Yeah.
Next to that, Nightcrawler, Sins of Sinister. Nightcrawler's number 1. What's the history behind that?
This is part of the 10 years later story part of Sins of Sinister. And essentially, Mr. Sinister has spliced Nightcrawler with a bunch of
all the
Marvel Universe characters. So,
Yep.
And they figure out it's the inner workings of their politics. Like some are loyal to him and some are not. And it's a 3-issue tie-in.
So we've got the regular cover there, Noto, Noto variant, and then the 1 in 25, cool Spidey Nightcrawler variant. Above that, we have Fantastic Four number 4. This is where you find out what Reed did and why there's a big old hole in the middle of New York where the Baxter Building used to be. It makes sense. It works emotionally. It's effective. If you haven't been reading it, we've got 1 through 3 on the wall. You should be reading it. It's probably the best Fantastic Four that's come out in a long, long time. You got the cool regular cover. You've got the Alex Ross variant, and then the 1 in 25 variant for that. Next to that, Marauders is on issue 11. Kitty Pryde is still doing her stuff, but we've got the awesome Marauders, the Lockheed variant, and then the
Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, the POTA variant.
Yep.
So there we go. Yeah. Spider-Man, End of the Spider-Verse is on issue 5. Still going on. I think it's going to be ending in the next issue or 2.
Also, the introduction of an artifact that possibly erases spider people from existence.
Spider eraser.
Yeah, just as you see on the cover.
It's like a big golden fly swatter.
Planet of the Apes variant cover there. The Women of Marvel?
Black History Month.
Black History Month. Oh, there we go. Cover. Wolverine, number 30. Juan Jose Rip still drawing it, so still super duper violent.
If you want to see Beast get real violent, this is the issue for you.
Yeah.
And lose an eye.
Then next to that we've got the Stormbreakers variant. And
it's a Pimp Article one where he's fighting rats.
it is.
He's like tearing them apart. It's wild. Like, that's violent.
That's pretty violent.
Yeah. And then
Venom wrestled pizza from one. Like,
These poor rats are getting it bad in the
are.
Pym universe.
and then you've got the non-violent like Planet of the Apes cover where
know.
they're all just like attacking him and
stab a monkey person or two.
Yeah,
Leave
no.
the rats alone.
Yeah. Hulk's on number 12. I haven't read it yet.
Oh, Hulk's on number 12 for sure. Things are ramping up on this planet of Hulks, right?
Oh, yeah.
Titan's still lingering in the background, so if you thought that story arc for Kate stuff was really cool, you're really going to enjoy what's going on here. Hulk is like in the most literal way possible, losing his mind, like beyond it growing legs or running away. Like, it's pretty rad. It's a good story arc. I'm stoked about Hulk. We got 1 in 25 variant, and then we have an
Extreme.
yeah, a
Variant.
weirdly huge gunned extreme variant, but I guess that's the whole point.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
like
he did it. This was back in like the 490s of the original.
Oh, that's
like,
right, the
David
tank
Hulk.
top Hulk.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah. Wasp on issue 2.
And we just got issue 1s back in today. They shorted us a while, but they sent them back today.
Sweet. So if you want to pick it up, we've got them there. We've got the regular cover. We've got the historical cover.
Yeah, cover B.
Yeah, cover B. And then the one I'm most excited to read, because I have not read it yet, Murder World Moon Knight. Penultimate, I believe.
Yep.
Penultimate issue
Next
for
is
the
Game
Murder
Over.
World. And we've got the regular cover, and then we have the very cool Kyle Holtz Black Widow versus Moon Knight cover. Marvel Voice of Wakanda Forever. One shot. The cool one for me is the Junie Ba final story.
That's
in
the
there.
last Black Panther.
Yeah. So
But there's like 6 different Wakanda angle stories in there, so that's cool.
yeah. And then the big one for all of us this week, I think, is Avengers Forever number 14. It's all the Avengers versus all of the Dooms, including the Ego Planet Doom, which at one point, like, eyeballs go flying, and it's awesome.
They're like trying to take out this Ego Planet Doom, and they're describing which continents they destroyed. Like, the thing is freaking a planet.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. It's great. So we have the regular cover, we have the Infinity Saga variant, we have the Howard the Duck meets Planet of the Apes variant.
So specific.
I know, it's crazy. And then we have, I want to believe you say it's connecting cover
Yeah,
variant.
It
it's
is.
a poorly
So,
connecting cover.
yeah. So we've got that.
Cool, and that's it for Marvel. Juice to DC.
Yeah.
Les-
Nunn.
Yeah, Lazarus Planet Dark Fate is the first appearance of Chainsaw Nunn. It is also the lead-in to the new Doom Patrol series that's going to start later this month. There's several short stories. It's one long story. No, it's several short stories. Less to do with Lazarus Planet than you think. Just great wider DCU stuff with like some BC list characters. So that's Chainsaw Nunn. Then we got another number one for them this week, Icon vs. Hardware, which is kicking off some new milestone miniseries that are going to start throughout the beginning of this year and go through the end of it. So that one's a 5-part mini.
That's got the original Hudlin story in it, right?
That is all written by Hudlin.
Oh, it's all
The whole thing.
Oh, nice.
Hudlin.
Co-written. There's a co-writer.
Thank you. Who's the co-writer? Doesn't matter. Leon
Co-writer did
Chills.
not direct House Party.
The co-writer did not direct House Party. Danger Street, number 3, Tom King's current DC 12-issue series, or second current 12-issue series.
It's so good.
Is it?
I've
I'm
read
stoked
it
to
a
read
lot,
3.
Yeah.
Batgirls is on issue number 15, and then we got last week we had the reprint of Batman Spawn. This is Batman Spawn Unplugged, which is very similar to a director's cut of Batman Spawn.
Except it's not. What it is. It's all black and white. It's all the inks with no dialogue. So you can enjoy it.
It's
even
unplugged.
more. You can enjoy it even more and make up your own dialogue. And imagine that you're a better writer than Todd McFarlane.
I
So I would have sold more copies.
Look, get this comic that you can't read.
Or you can make your own story.
My God, no one wants to do that. I want Batman to do my
It's-
thinking for me.
You know what? It's awesome Capullo artwork in black and white. How about that?
little artwork with words in it and color. Come on, dude. Money grab. Money grab. What? Spawn? Get out of here. I'm sorry. I wasn't going to say it. Now I got to defend myself. Batman, The Adventures Continue, Part 3, Season 3, number 2. Which has my cover of the week. Cover B. Daniel Warren Johnson, Batman working on the Batmobile. Love that Kyle pointed out that he's like taking off the cape to get serious about this project.
Oh, yeah.
Batman Incorporated is on issue number 5. We've got I Am Batman on number 18. That'll be cover A. This will be your cover B. Then we've got the end of Batman Beyond the White Knight. They're on number 8. Great Sean Murphy long-running Batman series. This is the 3rd book in the series. 4th book in the series. That'll be cover A. You got your cover Bs here.
Capullo.
Yep, your Old Man Batman here with Sean Murphy's secret variant, they called it. And then the similar cover, but Virgin in 1:50 ratio.
And Foily.
And Foily. Same row, you've got Batman the Dark Knight Detective on volume 7 in trade paperback. And then the long-awaited, a year. A year.
It's been a little over a year.
It's been a little over a year. Swamp Thing, Green Hell, number 2, finally, by Jeff Lemire, Doug Mankey. There's cover A. I haven't got a chance to read it yet.
Me neither.
There's cover B, and there's our 1/25 variant. A couple of DC collected editions before we get to small press. Aquaman, the King of the Seven Seas. It's an 80-year celebration in hardcover. You've got Batman Beyond Neo Year in paperback. Wonder Woman. Oh, I never know what cover it is. Volume 3 for the current ongoing series. And then we're into small press. So Saga of a Doom Universe was a late filled order, so we got number 2 for that one. In case there's been some buzz. I don't know why, but I've heard a couple of requests for it. Sacrament, the most recent AWA miniseries to be put in paperback, and I'm going to guess and say it's still $10, which is great. They do those 5-issue miniseries. Looks like a Vampire Planet. I don't know anything about it, but it looks sweet.
Reminds me of Ghosts of Mars.
It does remind me of Ghosts of Mars. The Adventure Zone has a new original graphic novel on the 11th hour, so if you're digging that podcast, go with that. Bunch of TMNT this week. We've got the paperback for Armageddon Game Opening Moves. We got a new ongoing issue, number 137. We got a new Armageddon Game main series with a very maniacal-looking Krang. That's on number 5, and then for that number 5, we've got a ratio variant. This is a 1 in 10 variant for number 5. Dynamite gives us Red Sonja, Hell Sonja. That's on number 3. Below that, we got Rick and Morty vs. Cthulhu on number 3 also. Zombicide is on number 2 from SourcePoint Press. And then a big one from Archie. You got a new Chilling Adventures of This is Betty, the Final Girl. So you got 3 short stories, all pretty easily tied into modern horror movies, telling the story of Betty as a final girl from the Archie universe. You got 2 covers for that one. And then a big one from Cullen Bunn and Aftershock. It's a one-shot, oversized story called A Foulness in the Walls. And it is like Stephen King creepy. What did I say? Oh, Edgar Allan Poe creepy.
Yeah, it is like.
It's a good single story of madness.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. It was a good read today.
I like that description.
It was sweet. It was. I walked out and I was like, Edgar Allan Poe. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, or I'm sorry, the Vampire Slayer Buffy is on number 11. Hey man, that's what the title says. House of Slaughter is on number 12. We've got the Virgin variant for
Looks like the
that
Rihanna
one.
concert.
It does look like the Rihanna concert. The hooded dudes in the white hoods. That's wild, actually. Grimm's on number 8. And then Dune, House Harkonnen. Do we get more number 1s back in? Oh, reprint.
That's
It's a second print of number 1. So that's really cool. I think we had someone who needed that. Quested, last but not least, for this side of the table, from Whatnot, is on number 3. And we've got the ever popular video game homage. Is that what they call it? Video game collab covers. Few new action figures this week. We've got Doctor Strange from the Multiverse of Madness. I was really hoping it was going to come out of the box looking like zombie Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah.
That's a Marvel Select. New from Star Wars Black Series, you've got Axe Woves, one of the Mandalorian troopers. I think who helps out Bando.
Yes.
Special edition of a pop figure of Spider-Man Doppelganger. We've got another special edition Scarlet Witch cover series for Pop. We got restocked on one of our last Ronins they forgot to send us at one point. So there's one of those deluxe figures available. From last week, you've got the board book for Ant-Man and the Wasp. Just time for that movie that we're getting all excited about. Splatoon, Volume 16 in the All Ages manga. Scurry is a young adult manga. 2 mice versus a cat. I mean, it's true the whole way through. You get a couple more cute animal companions in there too, but not exactly. It's not violent, but it's not violent.
Is it? It looks like it's left to right too.
Okay.
Cool.
It-
I like you said manga, so I didn't like.
That's manga.
Okay.
This is not.
You called that manga too, so.
You want to do the last 2? I'm obviously getting them all wrong today.
So Investigators has a new one, Agents of Suits, and in hardcover, and then Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries, where of course Batwoman is chasing a werewolf on a motorcycle.
It's a were-rat, I think.
We're back to the rats. So,
Back to the rats.
I'm gonna close this out. Have a great night, everybody. With Andrea and Ben and Kyle behind the camera.